Well, we've got Bryan Dowd here, Assistant Curator at the Bugbook Historical Microcomputer Museum here in Floyd, Virginia. And Bryan, tell us a little bit about yourself. How long you've been working here, and if you're going to school and so forth.
I've been working here for about a month, and I'm really enjoying it. And I go to school up here in Floyd, Virginia at the Floyd County High School.
And have you been learning some good things about historical microcomputers?
Oh, absolutely.
What do you think about working in a museum? Is it giving you any new interest, or?
I'm very good at history. I've done well on all my history classes, and working in a historical museum, being at computers or natural history, I think is very interesting. I'm taking a lot away from it.
Well, we're certainly glad to have you here and help keep the museum open. It's a struggle for us to keep it open all the time, so it's great having you here and showing the visitors around. I'm doing a little shot here just around the museum a little bit. When you first came to work here, what was your biggest surprise, if there was one, or your reaction to the museum?
Probably my biggest surprise for the museum was the Apple I being so, Apple being so involved in our community and our technology today. I think it's incredible that there is a whole display dedicated to the first Apple.
Well, it's a fascinating company because Apple's the only company that survived the 70s and now is really one of the largest stock companies in the world.
Yes.
And so people are very interested in Apple products, in particular the Apple I display.
I take a particular interest in the Apple line, mostly because there's so many different versions of them. With the Apple II, you can see that there's the standard one, there's a black one, and I think that they're all very interesting.
And I see there's some other Apples here too. There's a Macintosh, and what else over here?
There's a Macintosh, there's the Apple Lisa II computer down here, and Apple III down here.
Yeah, that Apple III was never very popular. They sold about 100,000 of them, and I don't think any of them ever worked right. Well, here we are in the front of the museum, and here's Bryan, Assistant Curator. He greets the folks as they come through the front door, and right behind him is our gaming desk, gaming table with some active games people love to play. We'll do a little scan of the major part of the museum. In the back part over there, we have some other office space that deals with our Chantilly farm. But just sort of scanning around here to some of our displays here in the museum. We have 350 pieces displayed here in the museum. Our inventory actually consists of 10,000 items, which we have in the warehouse. Those are not all computers, of course. That's data sheets, books, magazines, you name it, all sorts of things. But we have all that listed on professional museum software called Past Perfect. And we also have a small collection of calculators, about 100 of those on display here in the museum, about 500 in our collection, and we have a fairly good collection of antique vintage vacuum tubes. Here's a collection here that has some original Edison light bulbs in it. And down in front here by the front door is the Apple I display, and that's sort of a little pass around the museum. Come back over here to Bryan, and Bryan, give us a few more words about your work. You'll be here tomorrow too, will you?
I will be here tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be here most of the day.
So what hours are you working, generally speaking?
I work Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. On Tuesdays and Fridays, I work from 3:30 to 7 because of school, and on Saturdays, I work from 10 to 4.
Okay, great. Well, like I said, we're sure delighted to have you here helping with this and other things.